Hello everyone, Martin Nebelong here with another Dreams tutorial. Today I will be going over how you can make a Starry Night, and it's actually not as difficult as it might appear. Now open up your paint mode, select the circle flag, go into guides and make sure kaleidoscope is turned on and set it around something like 7 copies. Then place a small dot in the middle of your screen, zoom out a little bit, and then start drawing lines like you see me doing here. Now keep them in a circle-like constellation, and then we'll make sure to cover the whole hemisphere later on using duplicates. Then make sure to erase the small dot we made at the beginning of the painting. Exit the painting, and let's add a sun and sky gadget to darken the sky. Open up the properties, turn down the sun brightness, and position the sun at a low angle. Make sure sun visibility is turned off. Go into your sky properties, turn down fleck randomness, turn down horizon definition, and turn sky tint intensity all the way up to 200%. Then select a fitting color for your tint. I'm gonna go with a dark shade here. Place a sphere in the middle of your scene. Then select both the sphere and the star elements and group them. Open up your gadgets menu, select movers and output, and select a rotator. Hold down the left triangle to make it snap to your sphere and stamp it into your scene. Open up the rotator properties, change the angle of the rotation and the speed. Open the painting code properties of your star element and turn the tint all the way up to 200%. Add a little bit of glow, go into your duplicates menu and select the around hemisphere option, change the amount of copies, go into the painting stroke properties and turn down the fleck density. This will actually make our brush strokes look like individual stars. Now clone your star element and go into the properties of the clone. Here you can change the color and go in and add some variation to the amount of stars. Let's make a galaxy now, so open your paint mode tools and make sure that the heavy fleck type is selected. Paint the galaxy like this and then move it into place. Alright, so here's a quick tip for your paintings and dreams. If you go into code mode, select tint, and make sure that the volume brush is ticked, you can actually go in and paint individual parts of your painting. This is incredibly useful and actually something that I only learned very late in my own dreams journey. I desaturate the colors of the galaxy a little bit, and then go into the fleck properties and up the looseness. This will give a more soft effect to the edges of the galaxy. In the fleck properties, I turn on fade in and fade out. So let's add a spotlight to the scene to illuminate the galaxy in the distance. I forgot to mention that you have to make sure that the waxiness of the galaxy material is turned all the way to -100%. This will allow the light to shine through the painting. If you find that your light is hidden behind the ground plane, go into Show Height and turn on X-ray. This will allow you to see gadgets through objects. Open the properties of the light and change the settings here until you get an effect that looks good. Experiment with using an image for your light source. This works really well with things like clouds as well. Clone your light to add a secondary light shining on the galaxy and change the colors and properties of this light. Alright, so now I'm cloning my star painting and I'm moving that clone into position to look like a cluster of stars in the middle of the galaxy. I'm changing the settings of the clone accordingly. Alright, so here I'm experimenting with adding more light sources to the sky. If I make them powerful enough and move them far enough away, they will actually illuminate the area around them, so this can add a nice bit of variation to the star field. Let's change the ground plane a little bit by going in and applying a different fleck to it. In this case I select the cubist, turn off the volume brush and then apply the fleck. It's a bit difficult to see the change here, but as soon as we are upping the looseness you will be able to see the difference. You can do this either through the styling mode tools, or you can go into the properties of the ground plane like I'm doing here. Head into the fleck properties and up the impasto, and also up the ruffle. You can actually now see the flecks much more clearly than before, and you can also change the looseness in here. If you scope into your ground plane, you can now sculpt things like trees and bushes very easily. As long as everything is silhouetted as it is here, nobody cares too much about details anyways. Change the surface properties of the ground plane until you find something that you are happy with. Alright guys, so let's add a happy little rock to the scenery, as the good old late Bob Ross would have said. So head into the sculpting tools, select your cube, and then just dab 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 like this until you have something that resembles a rock. Use a combination of smearing and stamp mode. Let's add just a tiny bit of reflection to catch some of that beautiful light from the night sky. Now clone the rock, make a group of the clones, scope into that group and then clone a whole lot of rocks. Quickly double tap one of the rocks to select all the copies, open their physical properties and enable movable. Start time to see the rocks fall into place. So the last and very important step of this process is to select all the rocks, open their properties and turn off movable again. Then you have to move everything just a tiny bit, and this will then make sure that when you rewind time of your scene, everything will stay in the same place. Now you can select everything and copy even more rocks like this. Time for some final details. And that's about it for this scene, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial. If you like my content, remember to subscribe to the channel and let me know in the comments below if you have any questions for this tutorial or requests for future tutorials. For now, I hope you have a good one, and I look forward to seeing you again soon here on this channel or in the Dreamyverse.